Let's talk about being a catfish. This is me on a good day. This is not what you wake up to. I just get my hair freshly cut by a housemate. Bitch isn't going out into the world because nothing is open because we're still in a lockdown nearly 6 months later. But that's kind of good that we were in a lockdown because it's part of the thing I'm going to talk about today. So yeah. Why and how did I start doing drag as that or whatever I've chosen as the title of this video because it's me. And I plan stuff, but you know, it's whatever flows with the juices and whatnot. As you can clearly see in the background, there's ultimate wigs. There is also a naked flame near them right now, which I'm slightly worried about, but you know, let's go with it. So I have wrote down a few notes if you see me looking over to the right. It is because I'm just admiring my beautiful wigs. Also, it's just because I'm looking at my notes, because I'm a scatterbrain, and no one wants to sit here to listen to me poke at a spot and really hurt myself, and that really hurt. Can I claim this as an injury at work, please? I literally just injured myself at work. Just to point out, the spot that's there is because I did drag, so another instance at work. Fucking spots on my face because of it. But yeah, how and why did I start drag? Fuck. That's a loaded question, Stephen, that you're asking yourself there. It's thinking about this because I've been asked a couple of times from a couple of shows I've been on and just having chats with other queens and that kind of shindig shittery. Why did I start drag? I've always had a love for theatre. I've been on stage, I've stage managed, I did a whole fucking series on theatre work that I did in my past that I obviously love and I kind of incorporate now into my drag and what I do and how I kind of make online content. And obviously once I'm allowed back on a stage and I can be booked for somewhere, what I will do on stage for my actual performances. But the earliest memory I can remember, I think, would be drag performers or pantomime drag in theatre shows I would have seen as a kid, and I was always like, I want to do that. Or like, I just always was engaged by like that on stage. Just the theatric performances in general, I was always engaged by. And just the art form of changing your face with makeup, and I suppose that kind of really leaned into how I did art for 6 years in secondary school, and how a lot of people thought I was going to go down that road, and then I was going to do this, and I don't know, kind of the journey of like learning how to do art kind of taught me how to do stuff on my face. So it's kind of a jumble of everything at once that kind of just blossomed in the last year of why I started. I've always wanted to do drag ever since I seen like Shirley Temple on TV, and I think I'd seen a couple of other drag queens and people dressing up in drag, not like officially drag queens, but doing drag for shows. I was always interested and intrigued by it. So when I did find the likes of Shirley Temple and Panty, and then watch that blasted American TV show that's taken over the world now that doesn't really portray drag in the best light, but you know, I watched that in its formative seasons where it was amazing. How I started is another question though. So the reason I started is very thankful to Killian because I'd talked so much about it. It's like, I'd love to do drag. I was afraid what my family would say. I was afraid at the time what his family would say. I was just very afraid. And he was like, well, shut the fuck up and just do it. And March of last year, I just did. I bought some makeup. He bought me some makeup. And I just started from there. I, for some reason, lived in this fear of not doing what I wanted to do, and like I always wanted like to be on camera like I'm doing right now, but I also loved theatrics, I loved editing, and it kind of just encompassed that all the one, because when you're performing as a drag character, obviously it's yourself, but it's heightened and it's more entertaining, and it's like the attributes you love of yourself that you portray more. And then there obviously just makeup end of it, like doing makeup for years in shows and just doing makeup at home and doing makeup for my friends and my mother and stuff like that. And hairdressing was just something I did over the years. I was training for a very long time now. So like styling wigs is something I could do. And he was just like, just do it. So I bought my first wig, I bought my first palette, and they were some questionable looks, we will say. But we all have to start somewhere. And just to see myself, because it's coming up to a year now, the difference that I have created in my look and my, not even my persona, I don't like calling it as a persona because it's literally just an extension of me. It's me but exaggerated. You're getting Stephen. I don't have a persona, I don't put on something. It's just me but high-end, really. But yeah, you will meet her. She's going to be on this channel. Not today, Satan, because my face needs a fucking break. I just competed in the DCU Drag Race charity event. Didn't win, but amazing night, and congratulations to the winner, Cara Clua. But I do my own shows, like the shit show Saturday with my two best Judies, Carla Slutdrop and Lady Up the Duff, which actually was streamed on this channel on the 13th of March. You should check it out. It will be at 8 p.m. GMT. But yeah, I'm doing stuff like that, like starting to get shows, working with other queens, like, so Shit Show Saturday is like the three of us running it. So like I'm hosting a show, which is quite cool. And just, getting friendly with queens. So the name I landed with was Lady D Ford. So it is a play on where I'm from, a home in Wexford, a little old village called somewhere that I'm not going to tell you in case you look it up and weirdly talk to my parents or some shit. I don't know. I'm very protective of my home place and my family, so don't go looking for where I'm from. But Lady D Ford, look, the name is under construction at the moment because obviously with Twitch we're going to be branding stuff, so like we have a couple of ideas of new names. If you think of any, stick them down below. I have two in mind that I might change it up with. But we're playing with it. Everyone loves Lady D Ford. It's just so hard for some people to say. Doesn't roll off the tongue quite as eloquently as I would like it to. But most drag queens change their names over the years. It's not unnatural for it to happen at all. But Lady D Ford has served me quite well for how far I've got so far. Like, I've done quite a few shows, where they'd be online shows for friends or actually competing in shows or just get my name out there, which is exciting. Who doesn't love performing? Who doesn't love lip syncing? Who doesn't love just putting a wig on? Like, I know I do. Like, who else doesn't? So we are going to have a few looks at some of my looks. I'm going to do a wee voiceover here. She will read herself. You are welcome. Yes, queen, we love a bearded. Yeah, eyebrows. Getting there. Choices. Do you own a hairbrush? Love, who said you could do this? Artistic. Cheekbones. The wig. Sir, ma'am, that beat. The face. Yes, Halloween, realness. Ooh, yes, rocker chick. Was I lazy? We love a hairy queen. Them ditties, though. Promo looks. That wig. Neon realist. Flawless. She is iconic. Flawless. Also, Raven realness. I'm an artist. Why do I do drag? That is a question up until recently I couldn't answer. And then it was kind of the other evening, there was a situation on an Instagram live that I was watching, and I was just like, no! No, Satan, not today. Not today. So I realised why I want to do drag. I suppose to educate some people, I would say go watch Paris is Burning, watch Milk, the Harvey Milk film. The Queens of the Desert, the Priscilla Queens of the Desert, that's another one. I will put a couple of names of movies down below. Prayers for Bobby. There's so many. Shameless USA. There's a great storyline that just look what people have to go through to do what they do and be who they want to be. So that might seem a bit like, oh, what are you on about, Stephen? So why I do drag is when I came out, I was part of a youth group, and I ended up working in that youth group for a while after it, and like attending as a senior member and really helping out, and that kind of really brought me some joy in my life. And then I moved away with my partner, and you build a life and you don't really do that, but I always had a longing to try help others and do that and be part of the community, but not work as a youth worker, because that was something I realised back then. It was quite a lot of work that I hadn't got enough done on myself, and I still don't have enough work done on myself to do that. But with doing drag, you can still help people and help a community. But I'm also tying in my love of makeup, I'm tying in my love of music, I'm tying in my love of theatre, I'm tying in my love of dancing. Once this Scamini's surgery is done, she will be a dancing queen. But it tied all that together, and then the fact of I really realised why I wanted to do drag was when I was watching that live stream and just seeing these two queens go at each other. Two very, very young queens who may not have had as many struggles as the rest of us as members of the LGBTQ community or the drag community. And I was just like, it's this clout chasing and this, well, I have this many Instagram followers and I have this. That's not what drag's about. Drag to me is about community. It's about building a safe space. It's about performing art. It's about losing all your inhibitions and just doing you, allowing your true self to perform, allowing your true self to come out. It's about freedom. So I read them for filth. Was just like, bitch, we didn't fight, and neither did our ancestors and our sisters and our brothers and our trans, especially our trans sisters, did not fucking fight for you to sit on Instagram and try read each other for filth and it not work. And like just victim blaming and all that kind of shit. I'm not here for that kind of stuff. There's too much shit going on in the world, negativity. We don't need any more of it. Let's all just fucking, be there. If you don't like someone, don't be fucking around them. This is, the library is closed. If you want me to read you, fucking say some shit and I will. Very good at it. You're welcome. As you've just seen, I've read myself for some of my previous looks in the early days of Lady G. Ford. She was questionable. Questionable at best. Are they oatmeal or are they glue down eyebrows? But yeah, no, that's the point. And all I can end it on is follow your fucking dreams. Follow your dreams. I, for a long time, was like, people are gonna judge me. People are always gonna fucking judge you, Stephen. And to anyone out there, to you watching right now, people are always gonna judge you. But you know what? That's none of your business. It's none of your business. Like, why? And what? They're gonna judge you. That's their issue. It's none of your business. You live your fucking fantasy. If that is you dressing up as a turtle, if that's you rolling on the floor pretending that you're a bloody caterpillar, do it. Do what makes you happy. Maybe not partying. A bit of it, not too much of it, but we've all been there. But like, just live your best fucking life. Never care what anyone else. It took me a very long time to realise that. But once you get there, you're just like, yeah, fuck everyone else. I don't care. Not my issue. You don't like me? Cool. Bye. Bye. Not my problem. Yeah, that's on that note. Follow your dreams and, throw a wig on. Who doesn't love a fucking wig? Like, wig. Also, shoes.